early here, so I'm just getting my morning pedal in, but I figured this would be a good way to distract myself because sometimes I feel the burn and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore, but I've had a cup of tea. I've almost finished one 16.9 ounce bottle of water. So I'm getting good hydration in and I'm getting good stuff in. I had eggs for breakfast and I'm just doing well. But today's video, I had a comment that I should rate my healthcare professionals on a scale from 1 to 10 on how hard it is to go to them. And I thought this was kind of interesting. And, you know, basically over the last 67 months, 6 to 7 months, I've just been going to doctors weekly, monthly, you know, all this stuff. And so basically, I'm just going to go down the list from 10 to 0 or 1, 10 to 1, and see what I do. So I have, like, yearly specialists that I see, like, the eye doctor and, like, my orthopedic and, like, you know, sometimes like that. So those two are, like, zeros because who doesn't love getting new glasses? And the orthopedic, I'm basically released from her. I was released, like, when I was, like, 15, when we realized that there was no more orthopedic care, although if I stopped doing therapy completely and my legs got really tight, I would need another tendon lengthening like I had when I was 5, but we are doing everything in our power to do that because that recovery was terrible at 5 years old, so I can only imagine what it would be like almost 15 years later at 22, almost 23, well, 22, maybe 20-something by the time I would get it, you know? But that is a common thing I've read a lot with older adults with CP, with talking to my specialists and talking to my therapists and everything, that sometimes adults do repeat surgeries that their younger selves have had. And I'm just like, crap, I don't want to do that, you know? But yeah, so those are like ones, not stressful at all. Now I see a psychiatrist monthly or every 2 to 3 months monthly, depending on what I need. And that's like a 2 to a 3 because I take anxiety meds and medicine for mental health for one of my conditions, and that's kind of always nerve-wracking because when I was first trying to get stable with her, I saw her every 2 weeks, and let me tell you, trying to get stable on mood stabilizers and different medications like that is hard. So hard. Like, your brain, like, literally just has to, like, that's why I took a break from YouTube from, like, February, or from, like, a 2-week break from January to February because I was going to see her after something happened, and it was hard, y'all. It was really hard. So that's like a 2 to a 3. I would say a 3 because now I just go in and I do what I need to do and I leave and I get my refills, but then before it was like really hard. And then I see 3 therapists on the daily. I see a cognitive behavioral therapist, which is a mental health therapist. And technically she's a social worker, but she does work with CBT on me, so I just call her my CBT. And I would have to say that is a level 10, like all sirens blaring, like so flippin' hard. Because they bring up a lot of issues, from like childhood pain and, you know, no like real trauma. I mean, everything is trauma, but like no like super duper bad trauma other than like therapy and like doctors and surgery and all this stuff, which I didn't know at first could be really bad trauma, but like I'm starting to learn, like, damn, I've been through a lot in my life, you know, like I didn't know, like, you know what I mean, but I've really been through a lot. So that's like a level 10. And I'm actually gonna do another video after this. She gave me some writing prompts to do, and I figured that would be a fun video to show you guys. So I'm gonna do that after this video, but that's like a level 10, like super duper hard. And not that it's hard just to talk for 45 minutes, because I do a daily vlog every day. I talk for like 15 minutes a day, you know, 15, in the end, it's like a 10 to 15 minute video, and I talk all day long. But it was just very, very, very difficult to do. It's very difficult to do, but it needs to be done to get to the root of the issue. So I totally recommend it to everyone, but again, you have to be open to it. Like, I wasn't open to it in the beginning, but then after a couple sessions, I was like, dang, this lady's serious. Like, she doesn't play around, you know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, I can totally do this. And, like, you know, it's not that bad, but it's 10, like, because it's a lot of emotional energy, you know? That's also, too, emotional energy being spent. So that's a number 10. My physical therapist and my occupational therapist are probably a 5 and a 6, because I work hard with them, but it's nowhere near, like, my physical therapist is, like, probably a 6 or a 7, and my occupational therapist is, like, a 5. Because yesterday, your girl was dripping sweat when she left physical therapy, and like my stomach hurt so bad because they work on my core and stuff. But yeah, like it was just, so she's probably a 7, and my occupational therapist is like a 5, because I get work done on my neck and my head, and I fall asleep on the biomat for 45 minutes. But yeah, that's basically me rating my appointments on a scale of 1 to 10 from hardness, and doing my pedal thing while I'm at it. And just to let you guys know, in the 15 minutes I have 392 steps, but this video is almost 8 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.